Good morning, guys. It's Grace. I also have BC with me. Um, so happy Friday. I am sure we're all glad that the week is over. Um, so during the week on Wednesday, I went snowboarding for the first time with my sister, who goes snowboarding fairly often. And sorry, he wants me to pet him. It's not a problem though. Anyway, so she goes snowboarding fairly often and occasionally has trouble finding people to go with her. So I told her, I said, okay, I'll go just to try it out. So we bought my day pass and borrowed a board from one of her friends, and I rented boots when I got up there and everything. I also have some video of that day. I'll put that at the end of the video though. If you guys want to see that, feel free to watch through till the end of the video. But basically this video is going to be me telling you about my experience. So when we got there, on the way to go rent my boots, because what we did was we parked, we were going to go rent my boots and then come back to the car so I could put my shoes in the car. Well, on the way to do that, I slipped. Didn't fall, but I did slip. So that's how my day started, was me slipping before I even got boots on. Then, now he's licking me. Then once we did all that, we got over to the lift. I don't know, never mind. We went to the lift, and my sister was helping me put the snowboard on, because you're only supposed to put it on one foot while you're going up the lift. Well, as soon as she did that, I'm trying to make my way to the lift, and I decided I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't like the feeling of my foot being hooked to something and not being able to move my foot freely. And so I had already decided I didn't want to do it anymore, and I was, starting to be more scared than I already was. Hey, stop. Now he's kneading, which usually when he does that, he pees on my bed, and I don't want him to do that. I usually open, that door is only closed when I'm recording, so if he just waits until I'm done recording, he can go out. Anyways, and he's probably not even going to go out when I open the door. Anyways, so I was already scared and everything by the time I'm trying to get to the lift. And, stop. Sorry, he's distracting me. Anyways, so then we get on the lift after a whole bunch of me panicking. I wasn't panicking, but I was not very happy. And then on the lift, I was fine, but I knew that getting off was going to be a huge problem for me. So as we were going up, my sister's telling me how to get off of the lift so that I'm prepared once we get to the end. We got to the end, I fell and took her down with me, and then was having trouble getting out of the other people's way. Sorry to those people. So then I made my way over to a bench that they had. I got my other foot in, and I sat there for a minute. I said, I'm not ready to go down. I need a minute. So then I sat there for a minute, and then we started to go. It took almost an hour to get down the hill. which it should take like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I spent more time on my butt than I did actually standing, which I'd like to point out that most of the time it was on purpose. I sat down on purpose because I didn't want to keep going. I was going too fast, or I was going in a direction I didn't want to be going. I could not steer for the life of me. I didn't know how to slow down. Like, my sister was telling me how to do all of it, but I can't just be told how to do it and then do it. It's hard. So I give props to every snowboarder out there. Snowboarding is hard. The absolute hardest part was getting back up. A couple times I would try to get up and my arms were hurt so bad that I had to sit there for a minute and let my arms rest so that I could get myself back up. Right now, this area of my arm, sorry, this is a big sweater, this area of my arm on both sides is still sore. I mean, granted, it's only been 2 days, so I didn't expect it to be better, but it's still very sore. My butt hurts, my tailbone hurts when I sit down, when I walk, when I do stuff like that, it still hurts. So I'm very sore still. And then when we were a little bit farther down the hill, like I was almost to the bottom, I sat down and I made a little comment to myself because I was frustrated. And I turned around, I kept turning around to see if I was in anybody's way. So I turned around, this guy was right there, and he heard me talking to myself because I was frustrated. So he stopped and was trying to help me. And the way I was getting up was I put my arms behind me and I pushed myself up, which I believe you could see in the videos that I'm going to put at the end. He was telling me to flip over like onto my stomach and get up that way, which was easier, which it was easier, but flipping over like that is hard. Snowboards are heavy, and trying to flip that is hard. And I was almost done anyways. At that point, I didn't care about technique or anything anymore. I just wanted to get down the hill. So his advice wasn't, it was helpful, but I knew that I was not going back down that hill again. And at that point, I was ready to just walk down the rest of the hill. And so he was trying to help me, and he's telling me to do the exact opposite of what my sister was telling me to do. So I was a little not sure what to do, but anyways, so then he ended up leaving because I was taking too long, I think. And then I got a little bit farther down the hill, and then I finally asked my sister, could we just walk? So we ended up walking down the rest of the hill. And then, and it wasn't like, there were other people also walking down the hill. It wasn't like, you know, weird that we were doing that. Most people went all the way down, but we weren't the only people walking, so just to throw that out there. And then I ended up sitting at a little table, and my sister went down again by herself, and I waited for her. It only took her about 5-10 minutes to get back down, to go up the lift and back down. So, and then we ended up leaving after that. So, what I learned from my experience is that snowboarding is not my thing. I do not like my feet being attached to something, because when you're about to fall, you can't catch yourself unless you're going to use your hands, and then you can't get back up very easily, and steering is hard, especially going the speed that you're going, because it's very hard not to go fast. I'm also not a big fan of the cold. I would much rather be hot than cold, which a lot of people tell me I'm weird for, but I do not like being cold at all. I would much rather be hot. So I think that also makes my opinion a little biased of snowboarding. So I think I might try some other sports, like summer sports, like maybe surfing or something. So if I ever do that, I will try and vlog it. I didn't get much of me snowboarding, but I did get a little bit, so I'll put that in there for you guys. If I do ever go surfing or something though, I will definitely try and record a little bit more of that for you guys. But that's not going to be anytime soon. I need a little break from extreme sports at the moment. The sports I usually play are not like that. I play typical high school sports, not snowboarding or anything like that. So I wouldn't let my experience scare you guys if you want to try it. It's going to be different for everybody. And it wasn't a horrible experience. I mean, it just opened my eyes to I don't like snowboarding. And another thing, when you're done, you can't be done. When you've decided I've had enough and I don't want to do this anymore, you have to keep going. You can't just, you still got to get down the hill. So that was probably the hardest part, was deciding I was done and I couldn't be done yet because I wasn't down the hill yet. I still had quite a bit of ways to go. So just keep that in mind. But if you haven't tried it, I do recommend it. It's a good experience to have. Say at least I've done it before, you know, instead of saying, oh, I don't want to snowboard, I've never done it. Say I've done it and I don't want to do it. Anyways, so that was my experience. I will put videos, little video clips that my sister got from Wednesday at the end of the video. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share my videos with your friends, family, whoever might enjoy them. Hopefully BC will be here on Monday as well. I don't know why he wouldn't be, because he's here in almost every single video. I hope you guys like him. Anyways, I'll see you guys on Monday. Okay, so we are at Mountain High, and I've never been snowboarding before, so Daisy's gonna teach me, and hopefully we get a lot of footage of me learning. So keep you guys updated. I'm gonna come at you. There you go. Woo! Keep going. Grace is getting lessons from a strange man. Oh my God.